Wagwan goodie, it is your girl City Static and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the goodie gang. Hey. I am a little, and actually really excited. So this upload is something I've been working on for a while now. So a little while ago I posted in the community tab to see what the goodies would like to see next on this channel, content wise, like how y'all feeling about it. And with the options that I put, a lot of you guys were interested in cannabis education, which I was very excited about because I was working on something anyway, and now I was able to solidify it, and now my radiator want to hit. Anyway, the content. So you guys are watching the first episode of our new series on this channel called Stone Studies. I'll be talking about cannabis more on the scientific and political front. There's a lot of information that the masses don't know about or haven't heard about. Some people only see cannabis past the recreational usage, trying to relax, get high, and that's it. But there's so much pertaining to this plant, and the information gotta be out there, and there's also a lot for me to learn. So this is a great opportunity to teach myself and to teach you guys at the same time. So welcome to Stone Studies. Ooh. I don't know, I guess as time goes on I'll figure out like a theme song or something. Yeah, we'll figure out something. For the first episode I was thinking, like, where can I start on the map of cannabis? It's a big map because it's such a vast universe of like stuff. When I was thinking, it hit me. You gotta start from within. You gotta start from within. So here we are. So in school we learned about the circulatory system, reproductive systems, respiratory systems, all them systems. There's a bunch of them, but I had to remember those ones. But there is one system that has been hidden for nearly 30 years that nobody really talks about. And the reason why people don't talk about it so much is because the reason why it was highlighted in the first place. Highlighted. That joke was so cheesy. Today we're going to be talking about the endocannabinoid system. Yeah, I know it was a lot on the tongue. Don't worry, we're gonna break it down real quick. Endocannabinoid. 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 Like a lot of these long words, they're nice enough to have abbreviations. So endocannabinoid system is also known as ECS. So in this video I'll be saying ECS, so I don't have to say all them syllables. So you're about to hop in a time machine and we're gonna circle back about 30 years to the year 1988 in the St. Louis University lab with Professor Alan Howlett and the student William Devane. So they were testing on some rats. Poor rat. They was testing THC. So if you guys don't know what THC is the component that we all know and love if you buns use some cannabis. If you guys would like to see a video on THC, make sure you comment and like this video because your girl will be coming with more Stone Study episodes. But let's get past this one. Okay, so we're in a lab with the rats. So you got Professor Howlett, and you got the student William Devane, and they're playing with this THC. So they actually colored this THC. Don't know how, don't know. All I know is that it was colored. And they found a way for the mouse to ingest it. I don't know how they made the mouse ingest it, but while they was paying attention to the mouse's brain, or mouse, when they was looking at the brain, they noticed a region like highlighted that they haven't seen, and when they kept looking, it was actually inside the body as well. So what was highlighted by this THC is called the CB1 receptor. Poor rat, oh my god. The CB1 receptor is located on your main central system, on your lungs, kidneys, and on your brain too, which is the central nervous system. I just said that basically. So the THC binded to this receptor, causing this great discovery. So now we find out that we don't get high from our bloodstream, but from this cannabinoid system. Also from this discovery, we found out that every living being except insects have an endocannabinoid system. As long as you have a spinal cord, you have an endocannabinoid system. Even if you never ingested cannabis in your life, you have an endocannabinoid system. Your dog have an endocannabinoid system. Your snake, your cat, your parrot, your grandmother, your grandfather, all them elders who hate cannabis, they have a system that can allow them to enjoy it, but most of them is stuck in their ways, so what can you do? Let's get back to the timeline. So now in 1992 in Jerusalem at Hebrew University, Raphael McClam, if I said the name wrong, I'm so sorry. William Devane, the same student from St. Louis University, and Lemurhanas, they isolated a lipid neurotransmitter. It binded to the CB1 receptor. And it wasn't THC. They have not seen it before, and they end up naming it anandamide. Or, like these fancy words have, AEA for short. AEA is similar to THC, but molecularly they're built different, which makes sense because it activated the CB1 receptor in the same way the THC activated the CB1 receptor in 1988. And realized that our body creates this naturally. And anandamide is actually Sanskrit for bliss, which makes sense because when I smoke my weed, I feel blissful. So anandamide, which is similar to THC, will give that same feeling as well without the smoking. AEA is found in plants, chocolate, and in muscles of animals because, well, we have an endocannabinoid system. It's there. Now that we got to the CB1 receptor and the lipid neurotransmitter, I want to talk about what these neurotransmitters are. So AEA would be an endocannabinoid. These are naturally produced by our endocannabinoid and is used to regulate the system. So the endocannabinoid system actually controls a lot of functions in our body. When you're in pain, your body will create endocannabinoids to help you with that pain. When you're feeling nauseous, when you're hungry, or even when you're not hungry, you see what I'm saying, right? So that is the endocannabinoid, and that is what AEA is. So back to THC. What is THC? Since it activates the CB1 receptor in the same way that the endocannabinoid AEA does. When we smoke, we smoking cannabinoids. we smoking cannabinoids. When we smoke or even take an edible, we're ingesting the cannabinoids and they go into our endocannabinoid system. But actually, I'm going to explain a little bit more on how endocannabinoids and cannabinoids work in our system. So just hold on with me. Let's get through the timeline. We almost out of the time traveling phase. So now, just a year later, there's a new discovery within the endocannabis see, that's why I should just say ECS. There's another discovery with the ECS. So there's not one receptor, but there's two receptors. And these findings were published in a magazine called Nature. So CB2 is mainly located in the immune system, but what is really interesting that I found in my research is that if there's any signs of brain trauma, so if there's an accident or even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, the CB2 receptor is gonna kick up crazy. It's located in the immune system, so you would think that, you know, it will focus on the immune system, but like, the human body is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So the same doctor, Dr. McCullum and his team, along with Japanese scientists, they discovered another endocannabinoid. And this endocannabinoid, you see the name? Because I put it on the screen because I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm not gonna say it right. But like these beautiful scientific words, they have abbreviations, and the abbreviations for this long word is 2AG. So they discovered this new endocannabinoid called 2-AG. AEA is not by themselves, they got a friend. So 2-AG binds to both CB1 and CB2 receptors, and it helps regulate the immune system and could also counteract inflammation in overactive cells. And that is where most of the discoveries of the endocannabinoid system kind of cease. There has been new discoveries, but when it comes to the actual like makeup of the endocannabinoid system, this is when it happens. I gotta drink some water. This is a lot of talking. Let's say in a situation you feeling kind of stressed out, like you is stressed, and your body realizes that you're stressed. It's gonna create these endocannabinoids to help you regulate. So it's probably most likely gonna produce some AEA so you can feel some type of bliss, some type of chill. Okay, so your body produces AEA and you're feeling better, you're feeling good, you feel a little clear-headed, you could do what you gotta do. But let's say you are a heavy smoker on top of that, heavy cannabis smoker. Let's be specific. Let's be specific. And you smoke a lot or you eat a lot of edibles, you do what you gotta do. Listen, I ain't judging, because I do some crazy shit too. So your body takes in THC. And when you take in so much THC, your endocannabinoid system down regulates, so it doesn't produce as much endocannabinoids. So let's say we in this stressful situation, your body is not producing the AEA, or at least not as much. Your body's not producing it. It got so used to you taking in the THC that it's waiting on you to regulate yourself. You ever get like really irritated, like more than irritated when you're stressed out and you're a heavy smoker, and then by the time you smoke your spliff, things feel easy? It's because the cannabinoids was needed. So let's look at our receptors and endocannabinoids as a lock and a key. Receptors are a lock, endocannabinoids are a key. Fits right in, works, does what it needs to do. One thing I didn't mention about endocannabinoids, they regulate one at a time. So if you're stressed and hungry, one of them things is getting regulated, not both. Okay, so it produces endocannabinoids for what it needs to produce it for. Let's talk about THC. The receptors are a lock, but instead of a key, you got a bump key. THC is a bump key. It actually mimics or technically disrupts your endocannabinoids. Isn't that crazy? When I read this, I'm like, wait, no, you're lying. Not this beautiful plant that God blessed us with, disturbing a natural occurrence in my body. Yeah. You got your lock, you got your bump key, jam it in there, and then you tap it, boom, unlocked. And the thing about cannabinoids they didn't get from endocannabinoids is regulating one thing at a time. Cannabinoids have a multi-effect, so it regulates everything at one time. So that's why you be sleepy, hungry, a little aroused when you smoke a spliff, because it's not one thing at a time, it's just an umbrella effect of things. If you are a heavy smoker, your body does not produce the endocannabinoids needed because it down regulates, so you can continue providing it. So that basically can create a dependency to cannabis. Cannabis is not addicting, it is not habit forming, but you can create a dependency because your body does not have the endocannabinoids it needs to regulate for its functions. Whew, that was a lot. Woo, that was a lot. I hope I didn't lose y'all. I hope I did not lose y'all in all of this. I know it was a lot of talking, but I bet some of you guys didn't even know that it's a system in our body that allows us to feel cannabis. It's not just our bloodstream. Well, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for rocking out with me for my first episode of Stone Studies. I really hope that you got to take away something from this. I hope you learned something. I hope this inspires you to do some Googling, pick up a book, do some research, because honestly, it's so much more to cannabis than a high. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you're notified when a video is ready for you to watch. And if you made it to this point in the video, make sure you comment this emoji. It lets me know that Goody Gang is alive and well and that you're rocking out with me. I appreciate it so much. And if you're a little keyboard shy, and if you're a little keyboard shy, this is the perfect opportunity to let me know, like, hey girl, I'm here. But I'm not here, but I'm here. And here are the shout outs from last video. If you want to shout out like these goodies, all you have to do is subscribe and hit that bell notification and comment down below. Stay tuned because your gal coming back with more real soon. Peace.